Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend and enjoyed that Super Bowl. It was kind of a joke, though. The Chiefs didn't even stand a chance. Anyway, guys, let's get into the news. Got some really good news for you guys. This news is just red hot. Okay, so as you guys know, with the World Bank and the IMF, they started showing a large presence with Iraq around December. Why December, guys? Well, because they're working with Iraq to bring forth the rate change. It's that simple. And they're using Iraq's last quarter of their 2020 fiscal year. Again, they're working Iraq with Iraq to use the last quarter of their fiscal year, guys, which is January through March, okay, to set the stage for the rate change. That's why they devalued the currency on December 20th. Devaluing the currency on December 20th, which was a Sunday. I always told you the rate change will occur on a Sunday for Iraq. Okay, that was nothing more than a 90-day tool to reduce the note count physically within the country of Iraq. Okay, so that's right now. But right now, the World Bank just came out releasing an article this morning screaming at us that Iraq's about to change their rate. Let's get into this article, guys. But as you see, the World Bank and the IMF are working with Iraq right now to bring forth the rate change. Guys, it's over and it's done. All you're waiting on is the fiscal year. That's why I've told you guys since October that Iraq is walking in Kuwait's footsteps, even time frame wise, with the rate change, guys. Okay. But again, you already know Iraq's already given you guys the RV date because of their 90-day tool devaluing the currency on December 20th, guys. So you guys already know the RV date. Nobody has to tell you. Iraq already told you. Okay. Let's look at this article. Again, this article is by the World Bank. Iraq is experiencing its worst crisis since 2003. We put a large financial portfolio for it. Urgent. The resident representative of the World Bank in Iraq confirmed that the bank supports the Iraqi government in several directions to get out of the current economic crisis and that there is great support for the white reform paper adopted by the government in order to get out of the crisis. And while he called for comprehensive reform for the Iraqi banking sector, he stressed the Iraqi society is a youth society that can revive the country of its energies are properly and seriously invested. In his interview, the semi-official said it must be pointed out first that the experience and the history of the World Bank to work with the government and people of Iraq extends for a long history full of projects that have jointly worked on. However, the current bank is currently working closer to the Iraqi government to face the emerging and accumulating crises that are added to the existing problems in Iraq and the consequent decline in oil prices, the corona pandemic and its health, economic, and social consequences that have formed a great burden on the country, guys. They don't have a oil right now. Brent oil, guys, right now is at $60 a barrel. Iraq's got a budget surplus out there, wazoo. There is no oil crisis right now, guys. Don't let them lie to you and fool you. He continued that these conditions that Iraq is going through are the worst since the year of 2003 on a unilateral economy that depends on oil, and that there is a fact that all of this is left great burdens that were reflected in the ability of the Iraqi government to deal with emergency needs. He explained the World Bank set up a large financial portfolio file for the projects it implements in Iraq, and that this portfolio is directed to several destinations, whether reconstruction projects for areas liberated from ISIS gangs or to face the social crisis that have arisen from this matter, in addition to some other projects, which is working on structural reforms in the economy. And we are working hard with the government to approach solutions to emergency crisis and keep the pace with the reform of the white paper initiative put forward by Prime Minister Mustafa Kazemi. Guys, what was the number one thing I told you through all of last year? That the reforms have to be timed with the rate change because they're married to it. The reforms can only be payments can only be made to the funding of the reforms, guys, with internationally recognized currency. That's why the reforms are still outstanding, because they're literally have to be timed and they're dependent on the rate change. It's that simple. That's why they're still talking about it. And they really haven't started the reconstruction portion of the reforms, guys, because they can't. I've told you all through last year. It's waiting on the rate change, and now they're showing you that. They're factually proving this to you. Okay? That's why they haven't started reconstruction yet. Parliamentary finance, the last paragraph of the budget for the Kurdistan will be presented tomorrow, which is tomorrow is today the 8th. And as you guys see, that's a lie. That's Remember, guys, when Parliament gives dates for anything, that's just the number one thing they lie about. It says the last paragraph of the draft federal budget for the 21 Kurdistan region will be presented tomorrow. We are not even going to read this article, because today is tomorrow per the article, because this article was from the February 7th, and right now it's Monday. February 7th was yesterday, Sunday, for the Super Bowl. Today is February 8th. And as you guys see, Parliament hasn't done squat. So, yeah, again, the number one thing they lie to you about is dates. So we're not even going to waste your time on the article. Parliament is waiting for the government green light to present the budget to vote. Okay. A member of the House of Representatives confirmed on Monday that the Parliamentary Finance Committee has delivered the final version of the budget bill to the government and is awaiting the green light from the last to present it to vote, suggested that the government will approve it and present it to vote at the end of this week. The context of presenting the budget for voting must be returned to the government for amendments to the draft law for clarification statement of opinion. In the event of objections by the government, it will return it to the committee. On the contrary, the green light will be given to the president and present it to vote. She added that the government's response will not be delayed more than 2 days. Likely approval by the government and will be presented at the end of this week. Guys, I just want to share something with you. You guys see that both the IMF and the World Bank, and I kind of already brought this to your attention. The IMF and the World Bank, since December, guys, they've had their hands all over Iraq and Iraq's economy. They're calling the shots as to what's happened right now in Iraq, economically and banking, from a banking angle as well. Okay, they're not going to tolerate games and BS, guys. They would not be investing money, because they have a vested interest. They would not be investing money in the country of Iraq if it was unstable and upside down, guys. They would not be doing this. So these political articles that Iraq's talking about with the budget, in my opinion, guys, are BS. Okay, I I wouldn't. The budget will get done. Remember, I originally told you guys the budget needed 45 days anyway. I told you they wouldn't start it till probably around like the first, like about a week in, roughly, till roughly a week into January. They did. I think they started around January 10th is when they did the first reading of the budget, and I told you it wouldn't be done until mid-February. It's Guys, I've been in this 11 years. I've learned how to gauge their movements. Okay, the budget's happening exactly how I told you it would. Okay, and they're in no rush to get it done, because the budget's not needed till April 1st, when their new fiscal year starts anyway. Okay, and it's kind of funny, because everyone that wanted to argue with me on Iraq's fiscal year, all the naysayers and everybody that wanted to argue, you guys all zipped your lips. You guys all have nothing to say. You don't have any more arguments. That must be because you guys were proven to be incorrect. Kind of interesting, huh? Anyway, let's look at the next article, guys. Brent oil exceeds $60 a barrel on Monday. So I checked Brent this morning, guys. It is in the $60 range. So as you guys see, Iraq definitely has a budget surplus, because their 21 budget was only amended for oil at $45 a barrel, and they were able to reduce the deficit in the 21 budget, but also from the 2020 budget, oil was priced at $56 a barrel. So no matter what, guys, Iraq's already at a budget surplus. They're good to go. So anyway, guys, the news is looking great, guys. This is red hot news. Don't forget, I will be opening up a bank, and I will be opening a bunch of different businesses to partner with you guys. Okay, I'm here to help you and get you guys through this with real facts, not just hot air and BS. Okay, I want with clear facts. I want you guys to get to the finish line and receive this blessing. We all want to get that done behind us. And then long term, I want to partner with you guys. I want to do real estate investments, many other different business lines. Okay, mergers, acquisitions, different levels of real estate investments, from lending to buying certain properties, that kind of thing. And I want to work with different realtors and so forth around the country. Okay, a bunch of you guys that already are within real estate investments and realtors, you've already reached out and called me. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. And if any of you guys are realtors or you're currently doing real estate investments where you're at, reach out to me. Please call me, guys. Okay, I would love to hear from you. So, anyway, guys, the news is just looking amazing. But as you see, Iraq, the reason why we're still waiting for this to happen, guys, is it has to be timed with the Iraq's fiscal year exactly how Kuwait did it. And Kuwait changed their rate on what was their Sunday of March 24th of 91. Iraq's going to do theirs on their Sunday in close proximity to that date, guys. It's that simple. This ride is almost over, guys. It's very, very, as you see, the World Bank just confirmed that to you within that first article I shared with you guys. Hey, you guys are the best. God bless you guys and have a great day. Take care.